Alright, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Geneforge 2. Here on my channel, Idle Wisdom. We are here, it looks like, in the small awakened settlement of... What was this place called? Oh, I can't remember. Anyways, it's not Vackery. Not Medab, obviously. Oh, I don't actually remember what this place is called, to be freaking honest. Man, come on now. Let's see, it's not Fort Muck, it's Triola, that's right. Alright, so last time we were doing some exploring over here in the Rising North Gate area and over here in the mountain base, and we did some other stuff too. We've been kind of beating around the bush, if you like. I think what we're going to do right now is actually go into Rising itself. So let's actually go. We have some more work to do up around the mountain base, but we may as well take a look around Rising itself. Hopefully we don't get attacked. Because if we have a lot of stuff to do here in Rising, we need to locate Barzahl. There's the Rising Research. That's over in the Radiant College. We need to see if we can find some books for Sharon. Cure the servile disease. We might be able to ask the Barzites if they know how to do that. They might, but who knows. Find Swofford's books. Check on Elra. Assume that's the spy on Rising. This awakened spy. He was over in the area where Shanti's corpse was found. He wanted us to take a look at the defenses here. There's Crocs to the. Someone named Crocs. He's up there in the mountain pass, the mountain base. We need to do something about him. Find the control center. Look at the control center here in Rising and tell that's another awakened spy. And then go to the jail and see if we can find Dejenna's mate who is locked up. So, we have a lot to do. Oh, there's battle alphas. Let's see. The creation looks at you blankly. It is one of the town's guards. However, it doesn't seem right. It seems to be in pain, as if something is holding it under control. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound too good. After a long journey, you finally enter the city of Rising. Most of the walls and buildings around you are new. Whatever was here before was torn down to make way for these new fortifications. This happened in so much haste that some of the walls of the old buildings are still standing. The walls that replace them are high and strong and ready for siege. Rising seems to be mostly populated by creations. There aren't many humans. The guards are battle alphas and drakes. You aren't sure how so many dangerous creations are kept under control. There aren't enough shapers here to watch them all. The creations watch you carefully, ready to attack, if you make the slightest misstep. Word of your alliance with a rival faction has clearly reached here ahead of you. Oh man. As you listen, you hear a constant low buzzing. It is irritating, but gives you an idea of what is controlling the creations. They are twitchy and in pain, seemingly affected by the magic hum that suffuses the town. It's an interesting question, but it will have to wait for later. For now, your orders are to, at last, find and speak with Barzahl. Perhaps he can make sense of the bizarre things that have been happening here in these mountains. Alrighty, so, yep. The entry sign says, North Entry Office. All visitors must check in. Let's go check in. Of course, there's no one here. Alright. Let's see, this looks like a guardian. Chokna. You meet one of Rising's guardians. He's wandering around the courtyard. At first you think he's patrolling. Then you realize that he's just wandering aimlessly and he seems dazed. He looks up at you. You, yes. Another, like me. Greetings, I am Chokna, guardian. Yes, guardian. Okay, you don't seem like a guardian. You're one of Rising's guards? He tries to think, wanting to answer your question. He starts to grow aggravated. Yes, I'm a guard. That is what I am. I have been a guard for a while. Who are you to question me? I just asked. Jeez. How long have you been a guard here? I have a while. Not always a guardian. Then Barzahl picks me. gives me canisters. A guardian. Don't question me. Leave me be. And he lifts his hands to his head and wanders off. The treatment that made him a guardian seems to have had a negative impact on him. Yikes. I think he's not well. So you're a guardian? Yes, you question me? Arrogant shaper. I said I was a guardian. Barzahl made me a guardian a few months ago. You dare question me? He seems to be getting extremely agitated. We can say, how can you be a guardian? It takes real training for years and years. You are a fake at that. Now we'll just say, all right. I'm convinced you're a guardian. Your calm demeanor settles Trocknon down. Yes, I am. I'm a guardian. I'm going back on patrol. And he wanders off. He doesn't seem very well. I wonder if that's a control rod right there. He was made a guardian, just like that other guy was made a shaper. The guy who could make locks. This must be one of the older buildings. Here. Oh wow, look at that. There's a regular guard. This is one of Rising's human guards. He's a human and he doesn't look like he's been altered or augmented in any way. His weapon and armor are new, shiny, and well made. And he bows. He's showing you the respect you would expect from a normal human. Yes, Shaper? Well, how are things going? Difficult. We are trying to ready defenses and keep the creations under control. The battle alphas are useful, but they keep breaking loose. That is not a good thing. Have you used any of the canisters? Not yet. We all wait for Barzahl to give us the honor of making us guardians. We all hope to become Shapers soon. It will be an exciting honor. Huh. You can imagine how that seems to them. You know, here is a Shaper who will give them access to what they believe to be the power of the Shapers. And in a world where, I mean, literally, membership in the Shaper Order is necessary for reaching the pinnacles of social position, it would probably seem like quite the amazing prospect. Because otherwise, you would, once you're not picked, like all these guys are, it's kind of like, I mean, I'm not going to say it's like the Jedi Order at all, that's, but like, I don't know that they would take them as babies, you know, like, or as little kids, but I imagine the Shapers try to recruit people when they're fairly young, so they can be rigorously trained for years, and of course, molded and indoctrinated, as it were. I should say, indoctrinated, oh my gosh! Well, you know, what is doctrine, really? Doctrine just means teaching. Everyone is indoctrinated. In fact, if you get scared by the word indoctrinated, you're probably indoctrinated by various it's just the nature of things. Now you can be indoctrinated in a more critical way, a more dogmatic way, a more knee-jerk way, a more calm and rational way. It's like how you're taught. So let's go. Okay, no, this is just a guard. He seems pretty chill. Oh, there's a Glock. This creature, yeah, he's not doing well either. Let's just look around town. And then we'll go a little bit further. Or, you know, then we'll start looking into buildings and what have you. Though they haven't finished knocking this wall down. That's interesting. Oh, there's a Shaper statue. At least some of the cultural things of the Shapers are still in effect. If not everything. Oh, no. Anything in that barrel? Ooh, some gemstones. Nice. Woohoo! There must be some sort of, you know, oh, I don't know, essence pool or healing pool in that building. Let's see, this looks like the main shaping hall. From this vantage point in the center of town, you get a good idea of how the town is defended. There really aren't that many humans. They are mainly in charge of watching the creations. And there are a lot of creations, the powerful kind, the sorts Shapers are very careful about making. if they make them at all. There are a few humans, but they are strong. They've improved themselves repeatedly by using the crystal canisters. They were ordinary once, and now they have perfect health, massive muscles, and magical powers given to them in an instant. If you joined with these people, they could give you amazing things. Strength, power, maybe even eternal youth. But they gain it by using power without control, without any of the discipline that has kept the Shapers alive. They can offer you much, but there may be a cost. Well, there's always a cost, right? There's a cost for everything, and sometimes the costs are more. Yeah, there's a lot of alphas here. Of course, alphas aren't too beyond the pale. They're standard. Alphas and blocks are kind of like standard Shaper heavy hitters. But they're heavy hitting creations, even if they are normal. I think there's a... Nope. Let's see, 5. I think there's a living tool over here. Eating trash. Living tool. Because you know, living tools are alive and they eat. It seems that living tools often are hiding in trash piles and trash bins. Alright, well, there's the lay of the land. Now we have, we've seen the defenses, so we could go tell that one servile, or that awakened spy, what's up. But let's take a look, more of a look around. What's in here? Uh-oh. Oh, geez. Let's get the heck out of there. Boy, I wonder if we can take that. Let us... We'll just give Lucian some defenses. And save right quick. Right? Quick! Alright, let's, D on... No. What are you doing? Romulus, chill. Chill, yo. Aha! Alright. What is in here? Green boots. Oh. These are items that you find in a lot of the spiderweb games. That I've seen these in Avernum. They're usually called the lucky boots or the clover boots in these games, but here they're just called green boots. Yeah. +5 to armor, +3 to luck. Pretty cool. Alright, we're wearing Samaritan sandals, right? That's a great find. Let's actually, here, get out of there. Shut the door. Nothing's happening. Mwahaha. Just a storage shed? Maybe they turned one of the older buildings just into a storage shed? Get in there or out of the way. Carrying spores, major healing pod. These criminals don't need to have any stuff that we don't let them have. Mwahaha. Everything here is confiscated. Well, to the degree that we can pull it off, that is. Hi. No, not your grain. What's in here? Never mind me, I'm just inspecting. Okay, let's not take those, though. That guard is right there. Okay, a thorn baton, venom baton, thorns. Yeah, big thorns. Who cares? Alright, have a good day. Let's go down here. What's in this building? Oh, there's a workshop or something. Maybe them merchants? They might not sell to us, though. The ones in Geth wouldn't. This is one of Rising's merchants. She's a human and doesn't look like she has been altered or augmented in any way, and she smiles nervously. She seems willing to trade with you, although she sees you are an outsider. How can I help you? Are there any interesting events happening today? Lately? I'm sorry. You make small talk with the merchant. You hear one interesting rumor. Rising sits on an active volcano, and they could go up at any moment. Oh, that's interesting. I don't remember that, actually. I'd like to trade. Let's see. Expensive. Oh, okay. Wow. I thought it would be, like, I didn't think they would trade with us to begin with, after the merchants of Geth wouldn't, and then thought they would be utterly ridiculous, but, huh. So, everyone needs clothes. Well, mostly everyone. Fortunately, Rising has a skilled seamstress. Some of her goods seem to have been made with the help of a magician or alchemist. So cloaks, fine cloaks, tunics, bolts of cloth, thread, coated cloaks, and dead-eye cloaks. Dead-eye cloak, good item if you are playing a ranged character. Alright, that's all. Thank you. Let's go talk to this other person. She's also willing to trade with us. Anything? Okay, you make small talk with the merchant. You hear one interesting rumor. A shaper has barred himself up in the valleys to the southwest. He's crazy and dangerous. Okay, that should be... Perhaps we should look into that. I would like to trade with you. Oh wow, she has quite a bit of stuff. There are some... oh my gosh, these are some of the best tools and equipment shapers can grow. The quality is quite high, and the living tools are young and lively. Young and lively. And there's some Reaper Thorns right there if you wanted them. A Rod of Defenses. That's cool. It's a good item. They are expensive. Not the worst prices, to be honest. And we can sell to her, too. I wonder, do we have anything to sell? Yes, I do. Let's just sell. And sell. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. We could sell these gemstones to her, to be honest. I don't know. We'll think about that. We could sell them to Hawk, though, of course. But these merchants are still willing to... We can sell to them. That's really cool. Alright. Alright, that's good for now. I'm just taking in the sights right now. Window shopping, if you will. They're like, oh, jeez. Window shopping shapers. Yes, window shopping shapers. Let's go down here. Now we're over here. Is this the jail? I think this is the jail, yes. Can we get in? No. Let's see, what's around here? Oh, levers, okay. What'd that do for us? Nothing, it seems. This is an empty cell. There's some meat. We'll just grab it and give it to Squeakers when we go see him next time. There's 4 levers, but only 3. But... Hey, get out of the way, yo. Anybody in here? Here, go take a look. Oh, Tyree, that's the dude we're looking for. The mate of that servile in the North Rising Gate. Here. We'll bring Xander in here as well, so he can know we're not up to, trying to get him. Here. Yo. There is a servile slumped in this chair. He's a prisoner here. He doesn't look like he's been beaten, but he does look very pale and hungry. He bows his head and stares at the floor. Shaper, I am Tyree. I repent. What are you doing here, servile? I'm being kept here. I'm in prison. The Barzites have decided that all serviles must become obedient again. This cell is where they make us see that. So it seems that from what people have said, and to include Tyree here, the Barzites initially started out with a more of an attitude, kind of like the Awakened, being more amicable towards the skilled serviles. But then once they started getting their operation going and started gaining power through the canisters, they turned away from that and started re-implementing the servitude model. Why were you in prison? I did not obey. The Shapers came to tear down my home, and I struggled. It was wrong, and they made me an example. Well, it's interesting. He's saying it was wrong. He's saying it was wrong that he struggled, but obviously he thought initially that they came to tear his home down was wrong. So why did they tear your home down? They needed room to make this prison. Oh, that's lovely. prison industrial complex, as it were. Boy, what a nasty. Yeah, well, there we are. You're not one of the obedient serviles, then. I wasn't. I will be now. I have been in here for a while. Okay. Well, Jenna sent me to find you. She's worried about you. Tyrese smiles, and for a moment, a bit of will and confidence appear on his face. Yes, one day soon I'll be let out, and we can find a place. I'm glad she is well. Thank you, Shaper. Tell her to wait and obey. I am told I will be out soon. Alright. Here, why don't we instead we'll just drop this meat in there too. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have enough food. Well, he has some bread, but maybe he doesn't want to eat. I don't know idea. Come on, y'all. Get out of the way. Oh, what's in here? There's submission thorns and submission baton. We'll just take those. Thank you very much. And a discipline wand and some ensnaring crystals. Probably for dealing with the prisoners, probably, to be honest. Yeesh. Alright. Let us keep going. Well, we've now done at least 2 of the things we needed to do. South entry office. Closed. Visitors check in at the north office. Well, no one was working there. Huh, no one's here either. Well, I mean, this one says it's closed, but, you know. I wonder what's up with that. Here's the exit. Where does this lead? To the breeding pits. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's where we saw that gazer and those warbred serviles. Alright. Let's keep exploring. What's here? A forge? An armory? Looks like a forge, actually. Let's see. Who are you? A blacksmith. This is one of Rising's merchants. And she smiles nervously and she's willing to trade. How can I help you? What? Any interesting events happened lately? Small talk, and you hear a rumor. Rising sits on an active volcano. Alright. I'm gonna trade. Let's see. This is the Rising Smithy. This merchant only recently took over for the servile who ran it. Fortunately, she's quite skilled and her tools and materials are good. I think we met this servile who used to run this smithy. He's the one who wants us to go get that dude Croxed. He was that servile who was in the bar, who was drunk and angry. Alright, exorbitant prices though. That's a lot of money. Here, let's actually... Yeah, I have some stuff I want to sell. Discipline wand. Alright, where is the other things we swiped or found? Submission thorns, living tools, tinker's gloves. Up? Anything else? Just make sure I don't have anything else I can sell to good measure. I think that's it. Alright. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here for us, really. I mean, there's some good armor. Steel breastplate, that's a nice one. Steel shield. Steel gauntlets. But, yeah, big deal. Not really for Lucian here. How about this? Yeah, just tools. Iron bars, but, you know, we're not stealing their iron. Lucian, where are you? Get over here, dude. Oh, looks like a shaper. Is this an actual shaper or another, you know, pseudo shaper? Trace. This shaping hall has a lone female shaper in it. However, she doesn't seem comfortable here. She doesn't have the calm sense of belonging that any true shaper radiates when put near a pool of essence. She bows nervously. Oh, hello, shaper. I'm Trace. Excuse my confusion. I've only been just made a shaper. Well, when were you made a shaper? Just a month ago. That is when Barzahl gave me the canisters and made me a shaper. It was an amazing chance. I could hardly refuse it. Who would refuse being a shaper? I'm still new at the job though. I've only made a few creations, and they didn't work out so well. I'm good at controlling old ones though. I wonder if she was like in charge of like animals or something beforehand. What did you do before you were made a shaper? I was a merchant. I ran a caravan. Ah, yes. Amazing, huh? Just a merchant, and now a shaper. But being a boss was good practice. It's a natural change from telling my drivers and guards on my caravan what to do to bossing around battle alphas. It's not hard at all. Experience has shown you that she could not be more wrong. Yeah, I mean, we did see that there was that one place where there was that normal human who had been put into charge of those battle alphas and that battle gamma, and then the battle gamma just killed him. But I mean, she is a little bit different than... She has essence and power in her. Maybe she has a better chance than that other person, but it does seem a bit foolish to think that battle alphas are just, whatevs. Do you know where I could get shaper training? Not for me. The canisters let me do the shaping. It's part of me. I can't explain it. Go north to the Radiant College. That's where those things are actually taught. I hope to get taught someday. It's real weird having the stuff in me, waiting to be called out, but not actually knowing where it comes from or what I'm doing. That's interesting. So it's just almost like now, just instinctive. It's like breathing, or well, not like breathing, but like any other thing, like walking. You can walk, but even then you were taught how to walk. I don't know. Something it's almost become quasi-instinctive, which is a strange thing. And all that power that you're able to do, but you don't know how you're doing it, nor do you have any practice in becoming mentally, emotionally, and sort of ethically prepared for it. It seems like the Shapers would find that to be just, a time bomb waiting to explode. So what is your job? I control creations. That's the real problem we Barzites have been having. We need lots of creations to defend ourselves, but we don't have enough Shapers to control them. So I watch the creations here, and when we get rogue ones... Okay. So I watch the creations here, and when we get rogues elsewhere, I find out and send forces to deal with them. How do you feel about creations? Well, now that I'm a Shaper, I have power over them. The creations owe everything to Shapers, and we can treat them however we want. And that's how it works. Well, that's definitely how it works. I mean, whether that's the right thing. Yeah, but I think that we have some responsibility to these things. They're living creatures, after all, even if we do create them. And so being alive, and some of them even somewhat intelligent, they have thoughts and feelings of their own, even if we do create them. She gives you a funny look. No, they don't. What's the point of being a Shaper if you don't have power, the control, the command over life itself? She must have been a great boss to work for when she was a caravan merchant. What's the point of being a boss if you don't get to order your drivers and guards to do whatever you want? At long hours, low pay. Well, I'm looking to help cure a new disease among the servile. Cure them? Can't you just let them die and make new ones? Well, if you must cure them, I'd ask around in the Radiant College. That's where all our smart Shapers are. Smartest Shapers are. Yeah, you're a piece of work right there, aren't you, lady? So, still looking right in front of her. You couldn't even think, like, maybe it's not efficient to allow a disease like that. Well, just kill all the diseased cattle and get new ones. But, that seems like bad business, wouldn't you want to cure the cattle disease, at the very least? Even if you do have to put down the diseased specimens, you still would want to cure the disease. You wouldn't want to let it just run amok, because it's going to continue to spread through the population. Let's talk to this person. There's some canisters here. Maybe this is a canister workshop. You enter a workshop. This is at least one of the places where the strange crystal canisters are made. The shaped containers that can remake people and give them amazing powers can be made here. It looks like a complete oh my goodness, I was going to say a complete success. I don't know what the hell. It looks like a complex process. First, the canisters are carefully assembled from shards of pure crystal. Then they are filled with raw essence from a pool in the corner. And finally, a shaper does something to the essence and seals the jar. You aren't sure what is done. You aren't sure you want to know. All you know is that the devices made here can give anyone power in an instant, dangerous power, power that many believe should be tightly controlled. Of all the crimes against Shaper law happening in these mountains, this is the boldest. Even worse than saying that serviles are people too. Let's see, how about you? Oh, this is Corin. Oh. Huh. I think they used this name for that other Shaper, quote-unquote. This shop is being used by a young woman with long, dark hair. She's dressed like a Shaper, but she's doing alchemical work. She finishes the mixture she was making. She is clearly good at the potion craft. Finally, she turns to you. Oh, sorry, Shaper. That was a difficult mixture. I had to complete it. Welcome to the Canister Workshop. I'm Shaper Corin. You're a Shaper working for Barzahl? Yes, I am. Well, I was not always a Shaper. I was an alchemist and a metalworker when he convinced me to come up to these mountains. He used the canisters to make me a Shaper later. I was surprised that he did that. Normally, it takes so many years to gain the ability to use shaping powers, and it was a great honor. She can't have used many canisters. She doesn't yet have that strange glow and the cold demeanor that comes from using lots of them. So how long did it take for Barzahl to make you a Shaper? Oh, a few weeks. We didn't use the canisters so quickly. He gave me the chance to adjust to my new powers before he gave me more. He wanted to go faster, though. He really needs Shapers. That's interesting. So, maybe Barzahl and the Barzites are starting to think, too much too quickly is a problem, even on the Barzite program. Oh, no. Let's see. You make the canisters here. Yes, the base and top are made from stone and a loop of pure steel. Pure steel is the hardest part. It's very difficult to get. Then it is filled with essence, which I then shape to enable it to modify the user of the canister. It's slow and difficult work. It is hard to get proper materials in these mountains. So, do these canisters have negative effects? She frowns. The mere suggestion of this is very irritating to her. Of course not. I don't really want to give her supplies, nor do I want to, I mean, obviously she's missing pure steel, probably. I don't really want any canisters. We'll think about whether we want to help her at all. I don't think so, but what's back here? Hopefully we're not in a place that are going to flip out at us for going and exploring. Wow, there's quite a bit back here, in fact. It's locked. Famsis, not anymore. It's canister storage, alright. Locked. Oh my gosh, 8 living tools. Ugh. Here, let's put on our Tinker's gloves. 6 living. Oh my gosh. Well, why not? I wonder what this is. Here. Yeah, I'll go here and just block the hallway. And let's save again. Let's take a look at these canisters right quick. Not that we're going to use them, but This is Terror. That's under that heavy a lock. That's a mental magic spell. Quick action. And parry. We'll just take a look over here right quick too. Let's load. Dooby-dooby-doo. Nah, that's not it. Let's just take a look right here. Living tools, you need 6. You need 6. My goodness. You need 6. Wow. Alright. Well, let's reload. We don't need to. We're not using canisters. They have those really locked up pretty tight. Those would be good if you're a guardian or a agent, especially as a guardian. Okay, what's in here? Creature control. Not allowed use of controls, punished by immediate death. Oh, wow. Oh, this is the Creation Control Center. Interesting. Stay out of there. This room is filled with magical machinery. You've never seen devices like these before. There are several machines in the room, drawing power from conduits along the floor. They then send the power into the other conduits, which disappear under the east wall. Though you're not exactly sure how this stuff works, it must have something to do with the brass posts and the magical vibrations that control the creations in this town. As you look around, a human technician walks up to you. Stop! I'm Shingle, and I'm in charge. You aren't supposed to be in here. I have orders. If I see you interfering with the forbidden controls, you will be killed! Oh wow, probably not by you though. I must keep it all running. This man is the engineer in charge of maintaining this strange machinery. His clothes are covered with oil and grime, and he has a huge sack of tools at his waist. He's very unhappy that you're in here. Look, I'm Shingle, I'm in charge here. You're not. The machinery is delicate. Get out. He looks like an ordinary human being. It doesn't look like he has been altered at all. You seem normal. You haven't been altered at all? Of course I haven't. My mind is just fine on its own, without Barzahl's shaper, voodoo, tinkering with it. Oh, voodoo, huh? So voodoo is a thing in this world? I think that's a bit, you know, out of place, that word. But yeah, I get what he's saying. He doesn't really approve of shaperology or Barzahl's shaperology, so you don't want to be altered. Why work here? Because Barzahl lets me work with machines and magic. He lets me be useful. You think one of you mighty shapers would value me anywhere else? Ha! Now leave me be. You're not supposed to be in here, and I have work to do. So what is this machinery for before I leave? I'm not going to tell you. It's secret. You better not let me see you tinker with any of it. Barzite or not, you mess with this stuff, and I'll call the alarm. You'll get attacked in an instant. You can't tell me anything? Maybe I could provide valuable equipment or something? Look, you're a shaper. You should recognize this stuff. It keeps the creations here under control, and we have everything we need. Thanks. Alright. Let's actually save again. Just for the sake of argument. Let's keep it all running. Here, let's go over here. What is this? This is a fairly simple shaper control pedestal. You aren't sure what it does. Its fleshy parts pulse and twitch, and fibers of crystal emerge from it and disappear into the floors and wall. You can't see any sort of buttons or switches in it, or a way to make it work. Let's leave it alone for now. You leave him alone. We're just taking a look. Nope. Alrighty. Let's keep it all running. Stay out. Anything here? The pillar is full of machinery. It seems to be controlling the power that flows from the crystals into the conduits, and from there into the ground. It emits the same low buzzing that seems to be affecting the creations here. The controls aren't labeled, and the magical device they control seem to be very powerful, and parts of it are exposed to the air, able to disgorge energy if something goes wrong. I won't leave him alone. You leave him alone. Stay out of the way. Or stay out of there, wherever. You guys get over here. I must keep it all running. Right here, come on. Come on. Stay out of here. There. Let's see. Can we get in here now with him occupied? It's too complex. Alright, well, you know, whatever. Let's try and see if we can get in that room, but not right now, anyways. Hopefully that's enough. Anything else? No. We've seen the control center, so maybe that'll be enough to satisfy the requests that we had. But let's actually move on. I think this episode's probably gone on long enough. We've explored the town and we did some spying. Let's go out here. We'll go back out to the north rising gate. Yes. Let's go over here. We can tell that lady we found her mate. I don't remember which one. When? No. No, it's not Learned Bursa. Maybe it's the innkeeper? Yes, Jenna. There she is. Let's tell her that we found her mate. Welcome, I'm Jenna. I found Tyree, and he's well. Oh, thank you, Shaper. That was very kind of you. It would be good to see my Tyree again, and I think I may be able to provide something in return. She walks into the back hall, and a minute later she returns. A Shaper stayed with us once, for a bit. His name was Ferriton. He stayed with us a few nights and left, heading south. He left in a hurry. He left a few things in his room, and we didn't touch them. You might be able to use them, though. Alright. Did we already take these things? I wonder. It's always possible. Nothing interesting. Yeah, nothing interesting. Woohoo! Ah. Yo, get out of the way, dude. You make a great roadblock, which, I mean, I was making use of earlier. Oh, there's a canister. This must be his things. Yeah, we don't really want a canister. Yeah, bucket. Yeah, big deal. Oh well, that was kind of a bust, but you know, it doesn't matter. We don't need. Virtue is its own reward sometimes, I suppose. But I think on that note, I'm going to say thank you for joining me for this episode of my Let's Play of Geneforge 2 here on my channel, Idle Wisdom. Next time we will go and make some more reports on the espionage we accomplished, and then maybe we'll actually go into Barzahl's shaping hall and talk to the man himself. Maybe he can make some good excuses for himself, or at least we can fulfill our duty to interview Zachary and Barzahl, which was given to Shanti and Lucian by the Shaper Council. So, take care, y'all.